The point of this problem is to practice adding vectors, which is a skill we'll use over and over and over again. It's part of relative motion if we think about velocities of planes and winds and things. We'll bring it up again at the end of the course when we're talking about electric fields and how they combine. If we have two charges, they each have their own electric field. Those are vectors if we have to add them. We'll go back to these skills we're practicing today with adding vectors. In a nutshell, the simplest way to add a vector is to just draw them out. Draw the first one, so 2 kilometers north. Where it ends, draw the second one, in this case 4 west. Where that vector ends, draw the next one, 1 kilometer north in this case. The vector sum is always the very, very beginning connected to the very, very ending. So in this case, connect the very, very start to the very, very end. We need to somehow solve for that new line, that purple line. We need a direction. The way I've drawn it, probably this direction here is the most convenient to get. That's adding vectors. Now we can get a little bit clever. It doesn't matter what order you add vectors in. So perhaps instead of 2 plus 4 plus 1, it's simpler if we do the 2, skip the 4 for now, draw the 1, they're both north. In my head, I can add those together and get that those add to 3, and then where those end, add the 4. Always connect the very start to the very end. That's going to make that vector. We need to solve for this side and the angle. It doesn't look the same as the first diagram, but it is. Maybe we could have gone back to this one and sort of imagined the 1 over here, and then imagine the 4 over here. That gives us the same basic shape. Math-wise, this turns into a 3, 4, 5 triangle. Oops. So I know that my overall displacement is got a length of 5. The units on it were kilometers. We always need a direction. I'll let you double check. Maybe you know the 3, 4, 5 triangle off by heart, or the inverse tan of 4 over 3 is going to give, when I round it off, 53 degrees. Since I measured the angle by the starting point, the first vector I drew was north, so I know that I'm 53 degrees away from north. Or I'm going to write it as north, 53 degrees to the west. So the skill in this one is to maybe look at the big picture and change the order that you're adding them in. That sometimes makes the question more simple.